Good evening, everyone. Um, Welcome back to our channel. So I just decided to jump on this Isaac discussion because of all the news that is flying around nowadays. Because a lot of people are saying some very nasty things about the poor guy. Like people are talking about how he's not professional. He tried to down tools. Very importantly, I want to pick on his statement where he talked about promises. So, what I'm going to do now is we're going to try and look at the timeline of how all this saga started. So, I don't know if anyone remembers Amanda Staveley. So, Amanda Staveley was the former minority owner for Newcastle, and for some reason, she was ousted. So in the spring of 2024, Amanda had a chat with Alex and more like a private contact and promised him that, oh, you're doing very well, Alex. So, and I'm not quoting what she said at this point, just giving a narration of my opinion of how the conversation might have gone. So we're going to award you an enhanced contract this summer. Just keep up the good work, right? Now, to Alexander Isak, this is very good. This is amazing, right? It shows that club appreciates what he is doing and they were willing to offer him a new contract as a result of that. Brilliant. So he keeps up what he's doing. And that was around the time that Arsenal was trying to sign him. If you remember around that May period, May 2024, April 2024, and thereabouts. Arsenal were looking for a striker, and everyone on their grandmother were talking about how Alexander Isak would be the best fit for Arsenal because all Arsenal needed was a striker and they will win the league, isn't it? Now, 2024, Stavely, Amanda lost her seat and she was ousted by the Saudi owners. I think that was a part also. And then Paul Mitchell took over as the new sporting director. Now, I'm sure Isaac went to Paul Mitchell or whoever it was maybe his agent went to speak to the powers that be now, maybe Darren Eales, who was then the chief executive after Stavely had left. And I was like, maybe he was like, okay, guys, Stavely promised me a new contract. What's going on? Are you going to offer me a new contract? Am I getting a pay rise? I'm doing very well. 20, and I think that was the season he scored 21 goals, right? So he was on the ascendancy in his time. And around that time he'll probably be 24, 23, 24. Just guessing now. All right. And Paul Mitchell was like, nah, you've got 4 years more on your contract. We're not giving you a new contract. We're not giving you a pay rise. Now, Isaac was not happy about that, obviously. And in his mind, he must have felt like, come on, guys, this was I mean, you didn't need to come and Stavely didn't need to have a discussion with him to say you're getting a new contract. Maybe he would have gone to Arsenal. Maybe who knows? Maybe he would have, I think Man U was also trying to sign him if I'm accurate. I'm sure Liverpool was not trying to sign him at the time because apparently Slot had just come in, and so there was no backing at the time. He needed to prove himself. So yeah, if Stavely had not promised him like you're getting a new contract, maybe he would have pushed for the Arsenal deal at the time. But all of that did not happen. Like a professional that he was, and he still is, in my opinion, he went on to work, recording yet a very good season, bringing home a trophy for Newcastle. Everyone will remember how well Liverpool was playing at the time. Liverpool was doing very great. And so suddenly, rumors started spreading that Isak is considering Liverpool. And that was the time that Paul Mitchell decided, oh, I don't want us to lose this guy. This guy is going to be a talent for us. Let's try and give him a new contract. So, well, guess what? Isak's like, yeah, no, because now you think you need me for the next season. Because obviously, they're now in the Champions League. They need their best players. Who's going to begrudge them of that? Even though they sold one of their top players. Let me see if I can pull that up. Okay. So Right. So Isaac is like, no, I'm not. Now, put this in mind, right? Liverpool's Liverpool's interest in Liverpool's interest in Alex started around April, May, right? Just after the FA Cup. The FA Cup or the Carling Cup. Yeah, the Carling Cup. So that interest started around that time, yeah. And it was clear that, yeah, Isaac is keen on the move. Remember, up till this point, there had not been a new contract discussion for Isaac. So if Paul Mitchell really, really rated Isaac that much, from the day they won uh, from the moment they even got to the finals, it should have been the first thing on his mind. I need to firm up my top players, sweeten a new deal for them, and so on and so forth. Give them the reason to want to stay at the club. That didn't happen. Then July, he started by saying, as Paul Mitchell started by saying, we're not offering anybody a new contract. Isaac has a 3-year contract. Well, rightly, he has a 3-year contract, isn't it? And he would stay. But then it became clear that Isaac is not staying. So what did the club do? They offered a new contract. And Isaac turned it. Now, this is the point where Paul Mitchell realized, now I'm in trouble. Isaac is going to go. Then Liverpool came calling. Offhand, said, no, we're not selling our best players. But here is the problem. The first thing they did, and that was in August, was to leave him out of the first team. Isaac was instructed. Now, Isaac refused a new contract in July, obviously. Now, in my opinion, and I'm not saying I have any information, any back information. Hopefully, anyone that has information will be willing to share. But I don't have any back information. I'm basing what I'm saying now on interviews from the club. I'm not even going to be using journalists, whatever. No, I'm not saying that now because they've lied to us for too much. All these insiders, they're all lies. We're going to go with club statement and manager statement because the manager represents the club. Eddie Howe himself said that due to speculation surrounding Isak. Remember this, Alexander Isak was not going to follow them on their first preseason trip. And that was his first exclusion from the team. We then found out Isak was training at Real Sociedad. And Real Sociedad was magnanimous enough to tell him, you know what, you can train when the first team is not training, meaning you can train with any other person. And he took the opportunity. Kudos to Real Sociedad for that, 100%. I wish they do well this season. So the manager realized now this is becoming a laughing stock. So he goes, he's welcome back in training. But then before that, they made a statement. They said, you have to earn the right to train with us. Number one, that is the height of disrespect to a player that has just won you. And we can see the beginning of this season, the importance of Isak in that team. You're telling a player that has just won your first trophy in 70 years that you have to earn the right to train with us. This is Isak's third season. This is not Eddie Howe's third season. Eddie Howe has had different strikers. Eddie Howe has been there for a while now, hasn't he? You have to earn the right to train with us. No player can expect to act poorly and train with the group as normal. No player is expected to act poorly. So let me understand what the poorly means. Is he acting poorly because he's refusing a new contract and everyone is upset with him in the club? Or is he acting poorly because you told him you excluded him from preseason and said he was injured and he decided to show the world that he wasn't injured? Is that acting poorly? Or let me understand it. Maybe we are missing something there. So what do you mean by he acted poorly? There is no information on what he did. That was poorly. All he said was, I don't want to stay in Newcastle anymore. Did he say, I am not going to train with you? No. Anyways, you told him he cannot train with us. Then came August 19th, the PFA Awards, and he released his statement. Now, before this statement, was released, Luke Edwards had gone on a tirade of, I would call it defamation, because that is how I see it. Character assassination of Isaac. Oh, because I did a quick research and I realized that there is no comment from the club that stated that in the past. Maybe they would do that now. Maybe we find in court documents, but there is no comment from the club or the manager that stated that Isaac has refused to train, because that is not true. There is no statement from the club, and we're going to come to that in a short while now. There is no statement from the club that states that Isaac went on strike. None. But this dude, Luke Edwards, the likes of the guys on Talk Sports, the guys on BBC. I was watching it this morning, and I was listening to all the terrible things they were talking about Isaac. Oh, he didn't turn up to work. How do you know? Oh, I'm not sure about it. You're not sure about it, but you're putting that out. One even went as far as saying he stopped playing properly from April. What evidence do you have to back that up? I'd love to see that evidence, and I hope we see it, because I'm not hoping that he's litigious, but let's see if he's going to go ahead with his plans of suing. Maybe we get those information out. Anyone in the comment, please help me out. Give me 5 legends of Newcastle, and I would like to see what they did to become legends. I'd like to see it. So, otherwise, a big club, you're a selling club. So, and in my last video, someone told me that yes, we are a small channel. So I agree, and I'd welcome Newcastle to also agree that they are not a big club. I agree, I'm not a big channel. We're growing. We know our place. We'll continue to grow. So thank you very much for joining us in this journey. It's been a few minutes together. Please share this video, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much for listening.